Hi guys, Jack Flips eBay here. In this video, I'm going to be going through my best 8 eBay tips to be able to sell more. I have been doing eBay now for about 6 months, and over the 6 months, I've probably managed to bring in around £7,000 worth of profit. The way I've done this is by keeping everything so simple and just following simple steps. In this video, I'll be giving you my best 8 tips to become successful on eBay. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Jack Flips eBay. I do eBay and Vinted reselling on side of a full-time job. I've been doing eBay and Vinted reselling on and off now for a couple of years, but due to eBay expanding and getting easier to use, I've been doing it every single day for about 6 months now, and I'm loving it. In my opinion, it is definitely one of the best side hustles out there, and I will explain how easy it can be. For a lot of people, eBay and reselling, the thought of shipping, customer complaints is a massive put-off for a lot of people. Following these 8 tips, which I'm about to give you, will help you succeed and conquer all your challenges. So, let's get started. Tip number 1 is customer satisfaction. All I can say in this is put yourself in the customer's shoes. As a seller, you have to be on top of your game at all times. For a lot of people, this might actually be difficult because you guys might have a full-time job just like me. But if you stay on top of the simple tips which I'm about to give you, everything will be so much easier and you'll sell loads more. Customer satisfaction is the key to all successful businesses. So let me give you an example with eBay. If you wanted to buy some flip-flops off a seller and you message them with a couple of questions about the product and they got back to you within the first hour and you were happy, how would that make you feel? You feel like they actually care about the customer service which they're providing with you. And also, you've got to imagine you're more than likely going to buy that product because they've responded to you quite quick. But put it the other way around. If you messaged a seller and they didn't bother replying to you, but they took a week to reply to you, you've probably gone and bought something off someone else. The best thing to do, and my best tip, be on top of your customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction also follows on to reviews. eBay's algorithm is solely pushed on reviews. If you see somebody with an absolutely terrible rating, you're not going to buy it from, are you? No. Well, I wouldn't. Would you? I don't think you would. But if you see somebody with a 99, 100% rating, you're more than likely to buy it from, are you not? Yes. So if you are a new seller and it's not too late, make sure you put every single thing into all your customers to get that 5-star. Once you get that 5-star and that good positive review, that will stay on your eBay store for a long, long time. The more reviews, the more sales. So take that tip in mind. Also got to remember, eBay is full of competition. So that buyer who's looking to buy those sandals, which we talked about earlier on, has probably messaged already another 5 sellers. If you're the first person to reply, he's more likely going to buy a few, not them. So think about it like that. Also, if you are a new seller, this might be a bit too much for you to think about right now, but you can actually become eBay's top rated seller. And when you're part of that, you get many benefits. Benefit number 1 is better visibility. Your item will be pushed out to loads more people. Number 2, every quarter, so there's 4 quarters in the year, every quarter you'll get £30 worth of free promoted listings for free. Number 3, you get a discount on shipping when you use eBay labels. Just before I get going again, I just did have to let you guys know, if you're wondering I've moved the camera around, yes I have. I was listening back to it and it sounded awful, crackling all on the mic, so I've had to just basically restart from this. But where were we? Tip number 2, fast shipping. Once again, it comes into impressing the customer. All I would suggest is, as soon as that order comes in, try and get it shipped off as quickly as you can. That's what I do. But when I was a beginner, trying to ship all the time becomes so confusing, and I found it so difficult to get my head around, what do I do? How do I ship it? How much do I charge for shipping? The best thing to do to keep it simple is I always ship through Every. It depends where you're watching. You know, some places in Wales, there's no Every stores around you. There's no Yodel stores around you, but I always ship through Yodel or Every. Sometimes Royal Mail because they're good, but the prices are going up from the 4th of April. And it's actually past that already, so they've already gone up. So I would definitely recommend for new sellers to use Every and Yodel. Getting back onto the tip 2, which is fast shipping. I would set yourself certain days you're going to be doing your ships run. So it might sound funny, but if you're working a full-time job and you're struggling to go every single night after work, then don't. Save yourself some time and make it easier for yourself. All you need to do is go 2 times or 3 times a week. If you're selling a lot, then I'd recommend probably going 3 times a week, 2 times a week. For me at the moment, I'm going 2 times a week. I've got a day off in the week and I got a day off on the weekend. So I go on both days. And the good thing about Every and Yodel, they're open all the time. It's not like Royal Mail where they're shut every Sunday. Fast shipping is the key. And the way I'm putting this back into this from earlier on in the video, if you were buying those flip-flops off that person and they did reply to you, and they offered you fast shipping, and they dispatched it straight away, you're more than likely to be happy, are you not? Yes, you are. So you're more than likely then to send a good review. And that good review will benefit that seller. So put yourself in the other way around. If you're getting good reviews and you're shipping out fast, you're going to be getting more reviews, and more reviews equals more sales. Number 3, competitive pricing. You might think, what do you mean by competitive pricing? Do you mean competing with people on eBay, Amazon, Vinted? If I'm being honest, all the marketplaces are different. If you go to buy something on Facebook Marketplace, you're more than likely going to be buying something for a little bit cheaper than what you can sell it for on eBay. Go on to Vinted, and you're selling things on Vinted. You can flip things pretty quickly on there because of the turnaround and the price people sell things for. People accept offers and they do all of that. So you can sell things for a lot cheaper. But we're talking about eBay. On eBay, all I would suggest is check out exactly what your competitors are selling for. Price a couple of pounds more. But your competitors are probably charging postage, but you do free shipping. If you do free shipping, it will enable the customer to see, wow, that's only £2 more, but I get free shipping. It's all psychological. If you saw something yourself, think about, put it in your shoes. If you saw something yourself and you saw it was free shipping, but it was £1.50 more, would you not go for it? Yes, you would. At the end of the day, all you've got to think about is making sure your expenses are covered. So putting the price up of the item which you're selling up by a couple of pounds covers your shipping. So pricing your items right is the main thing, but also offering free shipping is a big thing as well. Make sure you're always checking how much your competitors are selling them for. If you do that, it's a win-win. Tip number 4 is probably one which is very overlooked by eBay sellers, but I took it into action from watching it on a YouTube video like you're doing now, and it's benefited me massively and my eBay business massively. So you need to offer a very generous return policy. You guys might be thinking, what do you mean by generous return policy? What I mean by that is there are 2 different types of returns you can do. You can either completely turn a blind eye to returns, don't accept them, or you can either do the recommended eBay 30-day return policy. For both, there's benefits, and for both, there's cons. The benefits to the 30-day return policy, which is advised by eBay, is that they boost all your listings if you do that. If you don't have it on, and you have your return policy under 30 days, or no return policy at all, it will actually penalise your listing. And it does that by not showing it on as many people's accounts. Number 5. Right, we're getting right in the thick of these now. And hopefully you guys aren't bored and clicked off, because we're getting into the real big, thick, meaty part of the video. So number 5 is promoted listings. A lot of people go, oh no, you don't need to promote your product. Oh, eBay will automatically push it up there for you. No. I have tried multiple times. I've tested out multiple times promoted listings and not promoted listings. I would always recommend, don't put yourself at 12%. Don't use the eBay recommended promoted listings percentage. Pick your own. Keep it under 3%. For me, I put 2.1% promoted listings on every single product I can. If you're wondering what promoted listing means, it means it pushes your item out to eBay standard of 36% more people. than the average organic listing. If you're wondering what the actual 2.1%, 3%, 4% actually means on promoted listings, okay, so eBay don't actually charge you there and then. Vinted, on the other hand, charge you £2. It's called a bumper. Do you want to bumper your product? Do you want to bumper your shoes? It's £2 for 3 days. No, eBay, once you promote a listing, is active. It's promoting the listing until it sells. And you might have it on 2%. And the eBay fee, when you sell your product, is 12.5% currently in April 2024. Okay. But if you have promoted listing, it adds an extra 2.1% on top of that 12.5. So in theory, you're paying around 14.6% on your sale. Number 6, a lot of people also overlook this one as well. Pretty sure the majority of people who are watching this video right now have a YouTube account, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. All of those social medias you can use to your advantage. I never used to do it, but I just thought, you know what? Why not? Who cares? No one else is making money for me. I'm making money for myself. Every time you list an item, sometimes you might not want to because you might think you're annoying other people. But at the end of the day, like I just said, they're not making money for you. I always share what I'm selling on all the platforms, so it gets 10 times more reach than it does just on eBay. And once you do that, you'll start to see loads of people who you know clicking on it. Oh, what's he selling? Oh, what's he selling? Oh, what's he selling? But not just from one social media platform, all the social media platforms which you've got. So you're more than likely going to sell more by doing that as well. Tip number 7 for me is one of the biggest ones I've ever changed in my eBay store. When I first started, I didn't have a clue. Okay, I didn't have a clue at all about how to list, what to have all my settings set at. I didn't have a clue. And I'm pretty sure some of you who may be watching this video would have been in the same boat I was in. But watching this video will really help you benefit. And once you put these tips into play, you'll be like, okay, all right, I'm getting more sales. So tip number 7 is always have your offers on. If you're wondering, what do you mean by offers? Okay, so if you're looking at an item and you click the watch button, that will automatically send it straight to the seller and say, someone is watching your item. From then, you can click offer and you can send an offer to a customer. And that customer, if you're selling an item for £30, okay, and that person looks at the item, you can send an offer of 25 and they might counteract you with 22. And then you can go back and forth with offers. If you have that turned off, you can't do that. But also, the other way offers benefit is that no one might be watching your item at all, so you don't know who to send an offer to. But someone might come across and see your £30 shoes. If your offers are turned off, they can't offer you anything. But if your offers are turned on, someone might come by and offer you £28. And if they offer you £28, it's cheaper for them, and you're more than likely going to accept. So having offers on is a real big benefit because it enables customers to interact with you, and you're more than likely going to sell for the price you want. Finally, number 8, one of the biggest ones, and I have really experienced the highs and lows of this myself. When I first started, I didn't take enough pictures. You might think, why do you need so many pictures? If you're selling a pair of shoes and you claim for them to be in very good condition, that customer of yours will want to see every single inch of that shoe before they buy it. Would you not? Yeah, you would. If you're spending £100 on a pair of trainers and they're very good but in used condition, you don't want to be receiving those items with scratches on them, which you didn't see before. So, to cover yourself, take a photo of every single little corner, every single little inch of the item you're selling. So then, if a customer receives that item, they can't come back to you and say, that wasn't on there. Because every single little picture, they can't come back at you and say, these pair of shoes has a scratch on them now. You didn't show it on the photos. If it had a scratch on them, you would have showed it on the photos. So they have no leg to stand on. If they leave a bad review and say they've got scratches on, but on the photos they didn't show it, you can prove it and say, look, on the photos they do show it. Show every single little bit of damage or any discrepancies with any of the products you can to avoid bad customer complaints, returns, and bad reviews. But if a customer doesn't want to complain, this enables the customer to be able to actually see what they're buying. And I'm going to revert it back to yourself again. If you were buying something and it had 100 photos of it, it might be a bit over the top, but you'd rather see more than less. So overall, guys, they are my 8 tips how to succeed on eBay as a beginner. If you put all of those in action from today, you will really start to see more sales. I promise you that. And if you don't, you can leave a shitty comment on this video. I just want to explain, everyone starts from somewhere. You're not going to get it straight away, but when things click, you'll really start to understand it. So hopefully these tips will help you like they helped me through eBay. Once again, guys, if you did enjoy that video, I do appreciate it's a little bit different to my usual ones, but I want to make as much content for you guys as I possibly can. So if you did enjoy it, please like, comment and subscribe. I know you always do. If you like the video, please comment, because it will push the video out to hundreds of extra people. And the more people who get to see this, the more people who are going to get rich. So once again, guys, thank you very much. Until next time, let's go!